Well, you knew that was going to happen. Welcome, everyone. If you're new around here to the channel, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. Disappointing. I've had a little bit of time to really calm down from that game because, yeah, absolute utter shambles from Liverpool. But firstly, you've got to congratulate United in terms of what a game of football as well. You've got to analyse in terms of if you sat there as a neutral, you're rubbing your hands together going, oh. But we'll speak about it. There's a lot I want to go into in terms of, but in terms of a good game, mad game of football, one of them. But a defensive absolute utter shambles. The back end of that 90, and of course in the extra time as well. But Reds, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Any United fans as well, do get your comments in, and just be respectful, everyone. As I said, from both sets of fan bases as well. It's a game of footy at the end of the day. Just respect each other, and that's what it all should be about. Because in terms of what was, and I will pose this as well. Remember when Liverpool rocked up to Old Trafford, 1-4-1, when we were absolutely utter dire. Obviously, we had a good couple of years under Rafa, but the peak Manchester United, it's more or less roles reversed now. Liverpool are at our pomp, playing some of the best football I've ever seen under Jurgen Klopp as well. Not today from a defensive point of view, but in terms of the roles reversed now. United, enjoy it. They've just scored an absolute late winner in the game as well, but disappointing. Big up there, the Red Machine. Big up Doug as well. Big up there, Zuki, Ricky, Luke as well. Yeah, Gakpo. As Ryan said, no, yeah. We'll get straight into all the performances as well, but in terms of neutral and the look, not well. If Liverpool would have progressed, would have gotten a very favourable draw in Coventry anyway. But I know the lad, I was speaking to the lads before, and we were saying that's not how it worked, but it is what it is. Liverpool made their bed today, and we've got to lie in it, in all honesty. United, from a tactical sense, got one over in Liverpool. I think, but in terms of shots created and chances created for both teams, it was absolutely staggering. From a defensive point of view, even for United, I don't think Erik ten Hag will be happy with the amount of chances both teams did concede. Obviously, 28 shots for United, 25 shots for Liverpool today as well. And yeah, disappointing to say the least, really, Reds. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below there. Yeah, Jota and Trent expected to be back in the league as well, so it's gonna be one of them. Like when it was just trying to calm down, really, Reds. But yeah, United, obviously that Rashford chance at the back end of the game as well. Could have won it. Would he have been offside? Maybe. If buts and maybes, really. But yeah, like what I didn't like the most coming off the back of this result chat was Liverpool 2-1, 87th minute, Anthony. You can talk about the determination by Manchester United at the end of the day. And they were dogged, they were resolute, but at the end of the day, Liverpool had two occasions within that game to see that game out. We were taking the lead. Obviously, the back end of the game, I don't quite get Jurgen Klopp's comments as well after the game, saying that we were going for it. Like, yeah, go for it, or just play for penalties. Like, the amount of players we committed on that corner was an absolute joke. Saying that, we had 3 players on the counter-attack with United's winner anyway, on the halfway line, and obviously the young lads, Amad Diallo. That's football. That football at its highest epicenter, really, like the highest peak. That's football. Like, it's stupid. Like, I just don't quite get the overcommitting on Manchester United's 4th goal. Just play out penalties, get to penalties. But Liverpool could have seen that game out. You're looking in the extra time. Liverpool done the hard work. We got that 3rd goal. We got Harvey Elliott's deflected goal. Was it? I don't even know if it was an own goal from, but I think it went down as an Elliott goal. And that's just on the stroke of the end of the first half of extra time anyway. And you're like, sounds, play it out. But I think what United done well, and I've got to applaud them really, was from a tactical sense. Like, Christ almighty, Manchester United had Bruno Fernandes playing centre-half for 20 minutes at the back end of that game. Like, centre-half. But Liverpool, yet again, on numerous occasions, how many counter-attacks did Liverpool have where it was a 3-on-2, a 5-on-2 in certain moments. But yet again, we fluffed our lines. And this is where I draw the conclusion of what this is like. You can put City, whatever charges they've got, but at the end of the day, City in those moments, in the big moments over the last 5-6 years, kill off teams. If that was City today, they absolutely decimate Manchester United on the counter attack. Big game players step up for City. Today, Liverpool, I know, like, this is where your big players step up. And today, Liverpool, on countless occasions, and Christ almighty, for me, Nunes, that's going to absolutely destroy all of his confidence. I'm hoping it doesn't, because, like, and you'll have all the Nunes bloody, everyone jumping on Nunes' back. Was it poor? Was it dangerous play from Nunes? It was. But at the end of the day, Liverpool's tactical play for the last 20 minutes in normal time, the defensive plan went out the window from Jurgen Klopp. Like, taking off Salah, I get he's obviously just come back from injury, but as soon as Salah come off, that's where United's belief really grew then. I think in terms of, it was the 72nd minute, Liverpool brought on Elliott for Szoboszlai. Andy Robbo come on for Conor Bradley on the 76th, and then Gakpo. Oh my lord, can we talk about Gakpo as well? I'm not one to dig out players' performances as well, but I am today. Just shocking. But one of the worst individual performances I've seen from a Liverpool player in a very long time anyway. And as I mentioned with the counter-attacking opportunities Liverpool did have in that game, Gakpo, I just don't understand what the idea of bringing Gakpo on, what he was meant to be doing. I don't think Gakpo even had a clue himself. But it is what it is. But we'll get into the comments as well, chat. Get to Doug. Threw that away, Jack. Made gutted to lose, but got what we deserved. And we did, Doug. I'm not going to sit here and kid myself and go, lucky United, because they weren't. They deserved it. Erik ten Hag played Jurgen Klopp to an absolute T today. Absolutely done him. And at the end of the day, Jurgen Klopp can't run on that pitch and put that ball on the back of the net. It all comes down, like, yes, I've mentioned, like, from a tactical point of view as well, United done it extremely well, even when they were trying to get back into that game to get their third goal. They were absolutely causing Liverpool, suffocating us in the midfield. I think it was, what were their subs as well? In terms of Haaland and then Anthony coming on as well. Obviously, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka off. You knew exactly what he was doing, trying to shut down those defensive units as well. They were forcing Liverpool to go long every single time. And Endo and McAllister, did they play poor at the back end of that game? Yes, they did. But they were absolutely destroyed physically as well. Like, Endo, and that's the thing, that's where Liverpool and Manchester City, the squad depth, like, I'm very surprised. I personally would have brought on Ryan Gravenberch, if I'm being honest. I would have brought Bobby Clark on a bit more earlier anyway. But, yeah, see the game out. Simple football. See the bloody game out. And I was saying to the lads when apologies when doing a watch along chat, because yeah, I was doing a watch along. Yeah, but one of them. But chat, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. It's the simple thing. See that game out. I say see the game out, but it's just so obvious. Like, goals do change games as well. I know it's the added cliche of saying in football, but it does. Gakpo today, awful. Big up there, Ian. He was absolutely shambolic, mate. Like, I don't understand what idea. Obviously, he come on, played right wing, but and even like for the back end of that game as well, chat. I forgot Diaz was on the pitch, and Diaz was one of the best players on the pitch today. Like, and he has grew on me this season, Diaz. I've been heavily critical of Diaz because I want more. I know he's capable of doing more. But even Diaz today was very good. I think he one of the very few players that can come away from this game with a head held high. I can't say that about Gakpo as well. The substitutions were strange, but at the end of the day, when you're not seeing out a game, obviously 2-1, Liverpool had that game won. But it is, as is football. We were inviting large spells of possession of Manchester United. You get with their substitutions, thrown on the kitchen sink, Manchester United. and it paid dividends, really. It absolutely paid dividends. As soon as Liverpool conceded that third goal, it was almost a time of not if it was, but when. Like, when Manchester United will get that winner. Like, and I wasn't even confident even with that the breakaway. Like you can talk about tactics and all that, but at the end of the day, when you overcommit, that's an overcommitting that you would see in a Sunday League game down the park. Like, mates, like I don't understand it. I honestly don't understand for the life of me what we were doing, but it is what it is, and congratulations, Manchester United. You got beat by a team who ended up playing Fernandes centre half and Mr. Beyblade himself as well. Big up there, Ryan. Big up Panov as well. Chat, drop a like on the video as well. Really does help out. Panov, how we doing, mate? I know you didn't enjoy that anyway. Jack, that game was ours for the taking. We blew it by not taking control of the game when we were ahead. Yeah, we were ahead twice, mate, weren't we, in that game? But it is what it is. Shocking. Arrogance. 100% is arrogance, chat. It is arrogance at the highest proportion, really. Absolutely sheer arrogance. We thought that we could rock up to Old Trafford and absolutely decimate them. And now, and everyone goes to now, Manchester United will make it their bloody mission, like it was when we were absolutely utter dog, when Fergie was winning league title after league title. They will make it their mission, as will Everton Football Club as well. Let's not forget those two teams, to stop Liverpool winning the league. And this is it. They will park every man, every bus, everyone behind the ball at Old Trafford. And I know we rocked up to Old Trafford and we scored 3, but if we have a game like today and we look as perceptible on the counter-attack as we did in that game, I'll tell you what, I do not want to be seeing that in the Premier League in a couple of weeks when we play them. Shocking. But it's a realisation to the players, me, every single one of us in the fan base as well. Nothing is won. Nothing is won now. Like, at the end of the season, Liverpool could walk away with only the League Cup. We could. Like, that is football, small margins. This is what everyone goes about City breaking all the charges, but City get the job done come what the end of May every single season. They do. Like, City today would have seen that game out, would have probably won that game 5-1, in all honesty. I think they have in the past when they've come to Old Trafford in the FA Cup as well. So it's one of them. That's the difference between City and Liverpool Football Club. Ideally, I'd love it if we can. I'm hoping that we do win the league. But today was a massive realisation and a reality check for some of those players, us as fan base as well. Like, no. Yeah, I think we would all, me, prior to the game, I was talking about quads and all that. Nah, no chance. Treble, maybe, possibly. Double, could all go up in flames anyway. Hopefully not. But it was the back of me. I'm absolutely fuming and I'm angry, and those players should be. But it's a realisation to these players that we've got a lot of football and we have to work our backside off if we want to do what we want to do this season. Because today was a realisation. It's quite rare. And of course, for as good as Liverpool have played this season, we've always got this odd performance in us. So, yeah. Everyone's going in and Gakpo, and I understand why as well. Second half, big up there, Fabian. I know you won't be happy, mate. Second half, we were so arrogant, just passing it round, playing, keeping the ball, trying to look good instead of killing off United. Yeah, and I think we can all remember in that second half when a camera panned to Jurgen Klopp, and he was absolutely fuming. It's like all of us when we were watching it, even the away end today as well. That, yeah, I did say in this football, you don't kill off a team, you bites you on the backside, and it certainly did today as well. Gavin Birch has to start at Old Trafford in 3 weeks. It's one of them, mate. And I've been critical of Diaz and Szoboszlai today, but even Szoboszlai, for when he was on the pitch, done extremely well. But I think the substitutions absolutely killed us today. Yeah, just took out all the momentum. Maybe bring off Salah when we've got the game won and not on the 77th minute. But of course, Jurgen knows more than all of us anyway. But it's one of them. Klopp will learn from this as well from Ian. So will the players, hopefully. Yeah, we will, Ian. We all will, mate. Honestly. But at the end of the day, United, and this is why I mentioned the 4-1 at Old Trafford. When United were winning leagues and Liverpool were nearly trying to win leagues, like once every 10 years, would have a good season here and there. Let them enjoy it, because by Lord, if we would have won that game 4-3 on Paddy's weekend as well, I think all the Irish Reds would have been absolutely going mad as well. But it is what it is. You take it, you suck it in, really, and you learn from it as well. And I'm pretty sure, not just Jurgen, but Van Dijk will be absolutely furious at every single one of them in the changing room at full time as well, because, yeah, it's not good enough. And these are the levels of expectation as well, post Jurgen Klopp as well, come at the end of this coming year as well, whoever does come in. The levels in which Liverpool are at currently, in terms of where we want to be, where we have been in previous seasons as well. It's up to the players in terms of getting that level back up in the reality check as well. Yeah, Gravenberch feels sad for Klopp isn't going to last trophy, get his trophy before he leaves. He's got the League Cup, mate. But at the end of the day, come what the end of May, Fabian, and every single one of us, we've all been speaking about potential trebles, quads, and all that. Sod it, mate. You just got to think one game at a time, because have I got belief? I think we all have belief in this Liverpool side. This Liverpool side has got a lot of quality. It has certainly got a lot of quality. But it's games like today that do indicate to all those players and need to give the head a wobble as well. Those players turned up today like expecting to win. And simply, as we've seen, the Coventry at this weekend as well. Is it the magic of the cup? It is what it is. But football sometimes, it's simple. It is honestly simple. Klopp will learn as well. Panov still on for the treble, but we need to learn to control games whilst we're ahead, especially in the late stages as well. Yeah, Panov. Like, it is criminal. Like, you literally deserve to get beat when you are overcommitting at 3-3 when you've got, 30 seconds left. I didn't even know how many minutes were added on in the extra time there, chat. I didn't have a clue. But it is what it is. Like, you deserve to concede when you're overcommitting. Like, and it was at the third goal. I think it was United's second goal. I think it was where, yeah, it was United's second goal. The Anthony goal. We yet again sloppiness. Like, we lose it on the halfway line. I think it was the goal that no, it wasn't. Obviously, I think Nunes. Yeah, it was Nunes lost the ball on the third goal. Bloody hell, was that many goals we conceded today? But in terms of the Anthony goal at 2-2, to make that 2-2 halfway line, this is where I thought Liverpool had learned this season. But it was a very similar tale that we did have last season. Just crunch them, take a yellow card on the halfway line for United seconds. Go through them, take a yellow card, see the game out. I thought we'd learned that this season from last year, but clearly not. And if this is in the league as well, if we need to get a player sent off and win a game of football at Old Trafford in a couple of weeks, do it. Just game management. But that's where the youthfulness, like the Conor Bradley's not quite learned that yet. He will do. We would have learned today as well. And young players, Jarrell Quansah. But it's where you need, like there was spells in that game where Liverpool looked at all at sea, and that's quite concerning for me. And rhythm, and everyone might talk about rhythm, momentum as well within football. Goals change game, especially when you are playing away from home as well. But yeah, Liverpool when the game gets tough, there's no worse stadium to go in real football, especially at Old Trafford as well. You just need your clever players like the likes of Endo and McAllister. But at the end of the day, McAllister and Endo, and even Elliott as well. I thought Elliott coming on would have just controlled that game. But it doesn't help when you've got centre-halves, full-backs, attacking players. Nunes trying to dribble on the halfway line and play it across his own penalty area in extra time. You can't compensate that. Tactics go out the window when you've got players making stupid decisions like that. You're honestly, you're begging to get beat in a game of football. But yeah, to be fair, we were riding our luck in a lot of games this season, going behind and playing poor in the first half needs to be corrected. It does, pan off, and I've got full confidence. All of us have got full belief that it will be corrected in the coming weeks. But I think the only positive I can spin on today, of course, you want to be getting into that semi-final, but it is what it is. You've got to have 110% concentration in every single game we've got coming up this season as well. And I'd agree there, Scouse. Yeah, Scouse. I didn't enjoy the game even when winning. It just felt like we were so frustrating to watch. It is Scouse, but it is what it is, lads, in terms of just having that confidence, having that inner belief, really. But we've learned a very valuable lesson again today. But yeah, it's just frustrating. But at the end of the day, I agree, Jack. I thought we had lessons, use the dark arts when necessary, just a little bit more physical as well. You need to, Panov. I think the one thing that we learned from Real Madrid when we did get beaten a couple of those Champions Leagues a couple of years back was obviously learning just to slow the game down. But I think even I was saying to the lads when we were all in the parties and that, and just saying, there's one thing trying to slow the game down. But when you've got an overload, like Man United from a tactical sense as well, really good. They limited Liverpool's ball playing from around the back. Like, they put that extra man into midfield and then obviously added that extra attacker as well. Because every single time Liverpool got the ball, we were constantly getting the ball forward, like doing long balls. And United were picking up the first ball and then the second ball transition, limiting any play from around the back anyway as well. But yeah, big up there. AKA big up there, matey. Agree with what the others are saying in the chat. Second half, I think we thought the game was won, therefore not pushing to kill them off. Arrogance, I don't know. I hope not. Subbing Salah was confusing as well, matey. Yeah, it was. Big up to, I think there's a couple of new faces in here as well. Everyone, even United fans is welcome as well, as long as there's a sound anyway. But I just got to congratulate United, but Liverpool have got to learn from this and learn quickly by Lords, because we've got a lot of big, important games of football to come up as well. But just having a quick look in terms of Liverpool's next fixtures. So obviously we've got Brighton at home, and then obviously Sheffield United. I'd say thankfully, but I think the best way that you want to react after a game of football is playing again. But now that result, obviously we've got the international duty. I think the one thing for every single team when you've got international duty is that we don't get any injuries. And by Lord, obviously, shout out to Joe Gomez, obviously getting called up to the England national side. He deserves it. Should he be going to the Euro squad of England? Yes. But as long as he doesn't get injured, that's the main thing as well. I've got to shout out the young lad for United as well. Should be in the Euro squad. Not that I'm asked about England anyway, but the man that should be partnering Declan Rice is is it Mainu, the Manchester United young lad? Like, by Lord, the contrasting quality of Mainu to the likes of Fred, I know he's left United, but McTominay even as well. Mainu, he's even ahead of Casemiro as well at this moment in time, because it should be Mainu and Declan Rice for England in terms of a couple of months anyway. Yeah, he was different. Like, I've not seen a lot of Mainu, quite obviously, because he plays for United, but obviously United fans have been quite rightfully so raving about him. He's a checker. Is he 18, 19? Let's have a quick look. Because by Lord, he played like a 25-year-old with experience, like 18 years old. Like, he's ridiculous. Like, and fair play. Obviously, him coming off anyway. When did he come off? Was it? Yeah, in the 80th minute. But he had a phenomenal game, and he certainly should be getting ahead of certain other players in the England setup anyway. But yeah, learn from our experiences, chat. Obviously, I'm just open and fuming. I could go off me tits on this show, but yeah, just try and be a bit more reserved, because I know, like, you all, not a Liverpool fan, but big up there, Hesketh. Hope you're well, mate. A massive thank you. He said, not a Liverpool fan, but although Kelleher did nothing wrong, misses Alisson's presence in the goal, mate. Yeah, I think any team in world football, if it's talking about Thibaut Courtois as well, obviously Real Madrid massively miss him this season with his injuries. Schmeichel back in the day for United. Every top team needs a top goalkeeper. Kelleher has been very good over the last couple of weeks, mate. But Hesketh, as you said, mate, I think on those one-on-one opportunities, at the end of the day, was it United's first goal where Kelleher parried? Saying that him and Onana, Kelleher and Onana didn't cover themselves in the best of glory, really. But it is what it is. Football's all about the small margins, hitting teams on the counter attack as well. But you can go. Big up there, John. Hope you're well, mate. Hi, Jack. Do you think the defeat will knock our confidence or give us the extra motivation to end the season well and win more trophies? Both, mate. I think not that I'm made up, but I'm the way there's ways to get beat and there's ways to get beat today. I think it will have the positive impact. Surely it has to be. I think when you look at the way in which Jurgen Klopp does coach his sides as well, mate, in terms of history over the last couple of seasons, losing the Champions League final, then the following year winning against Tottenham in the Champions League. This is where it's a massive slap in the face to every single Liverpool person, the players, the managers. But it's a slap in the face to go, right, boys, focus up now. Focus up. You are got 10 games left in the Premier League, have we? I think it is. Well, how many games have we played in a league season? Yeah, so 10 games to go. 10 finals. But everyone will be trying, so much football, by the way, as well, chat. Everyone just speaks about, the title race. You've got Villa dropping points today, so Tottenham have got a big say. Obviously, Tottenham getting their arse slapped today. Well, is it yesterday or this weekend? Obviously, by Fulham. Shout out to Fulham. Great result for them. But whoever Liverpool play, the top, anyone that we do play in next week, even if it's United, we need to give 110%. The main thing is, the one positive is we've got. Let's have a little quick look in terms of Liverpool's injuries. We know, and I'm not blaming injuries for the defeat today. No, by no chance. This is all about football in terms. Liverpool weren't good enough on the ball today to see out the game. But in terms of players to come back, as Hesketh just alluded to there, Alisson. Great goalkeepers win your league titles. Alisson could do that. Do I think he'll be back for the end of the season? No. So this is where we need Kelleher to step up, really, again, like he has done over the last couple of weeks. He's been very good, Kelleher. Put about 3 Kellehers in goal today. We still get counter attacks on the halfway line. Vitetic looks like he's going to be coming back very soon. Big positive, but the main one is Jota. We all know, and we have been saying for the last couple of weeks as well, Jota, if Jota was on the pitch today, we win that game 6-4, 7-4. We literally do. Jota is an assassin in the 6-yard box. Jota is huge. We need him back. Obviously, Curtis Jones will be back soon. Obviously, Konate. We all know Kwanzaa's quality is as well, but Ibu Konate is that step ahead of him in terms of his development. We need Konate back. And then the other two, not even going to mention, the two lads, Matip and Thiago, they won't kick a ball again for Liverpool come the end of the season, which is sad. But but Jota the main one. I think we can get Jota, Alisson, Konate all back, added with Curtis Jones as well. I think today was a game where Curtis Jones would have thrived in terms of just keeping hold of the ball, sucking in players, drawing fouls as well. But big up there, Paul. Dare I say, good evening, chat. Paul, it's lessons learned today, mate. But congratulations, and obviously keep it respectful. I say to obviously both Liverpool and Man United fans. At the end of the day, it's a game of football, everyone. Keep it respectful as well. Big up there. And we all know the good, positive fans for both sets of fan bases. But you do have the occasional sausages for both of our sets of fan bases. That do take it too far anyway. It's a game of football. It's 22 lads kicking a ball on the pitch. There's a lot of emotion as well, but it shouldn't boil over at the end of the day. We win. We can still win the league, Zane. We can. Of course we can. But the room for error is one defeat for me. Yeah, it's going to be coming down to, yet again, as we knew, 20 games ago, mate. I think the small margins, and by Lord, Liverpool know about small margins as well when you are coming up against Manchester City as well. Do I think Arsenal will beat City? No, but if they do, then I think that will massively help us in a couple of weeks. We know the big games, but I think the one thing is, chat, and I know it's difficult when we're fans as well. Especially me, when we look at the fixtures as well, we're going, we'll win there, we'll win there, we'll win there, we'll win there. But even today, I think we all said, even United, large sections of United's fan base would have said, are you confident going into this game? United fans probably would have said no. But that's football. Football is a funny old game. Like, this is one of the greatest Liverpool sides we've seen, obviously, in my lifetime, in terms of the Salah. And shout out to Salah as well. The sad reality is we are coming away from Old Trafford, where Salah, yet again, he's broken numerous records. I think now he's scored the most goals. Has he scored the most goals at Old Trafford for an opposition player or whatever? He's broke a load of stats today. Apologies, sort of really wrote them down anyway. But we're coming away from today with a disappointing performance. But yeah, caveat is Salah broken a couple of records. He owns Manchester United, to say the least. Anyway, Salah in the Jurgen Klopp he did anyway. I never thought quadruple was a thing. Nice thought though, but Paul Lee says above the league is the number one we all want as well. Yeah, 100% there, Paul. AK as well, mate. 100%. Jota's massive miss for us, Jack. The sooner he's back, the better. Yeah, and that's the main thing, Paul, innit? And Reds as well, or just even neutrals as well. Like, yeah, the Premier League. I think if you would have asked us all, come what last season, by Lord, we were absolute utter dog last year, until like the back last couple of games anyway, where we changed formation and then Jurgen Klopp actually spiced it up, and obviously Curtis Jones stepped up at the back of the season as well. So this is where winners are made now. The back end of this season. Today will be a massive reality check, but could it be the result that kicks us up the arse? I think it could be, and hopefully it will be, because yeah, it's gonna be one of them anyway. But yeah, as long as if we can come away this season with winning the league, and that is the priority. The league, like it was under Shanks, like it was under Bob Paisley as well. The league is your bread and butter. If you can win that, then amazing. In all honesty, and the Europa League, chat, if we could prioritise, but it's what Liverpool do in the league. If we can prioritise the league, and if say we are 5 or 6 points clear, I would happily sacrifice the Europa League. If you can, I think all of us, chat, let me know. Like, if you can guarantee Liverpool win the league and sacrifice the Europa League as well, put that to the side. For me, I'd personally just win the League Cup and win the Champions League. Much better that this season. But in terms of if you can guarantee, but there's no guarantees in football, as today showed as well. Jack, hopefully, but I'd like us to win the league, but I'd like to win the lottery. All of us like to win the lottery, but sometimes it's not possible. John, Jack, hopefully Trent and Jota are back after the international break and get the results against Brighton and put pressure on City and Arsenal. Yeah, like today, it's our own fault. Like, I went into this game and we all went into this game like that was their Champions League final. It always is. Like, because it was our Champions League final when we rocked up there with Rafa when we won 4-1. It just goes to show how contrasting both teams are. Like, roles reversal now. Like, United have still got a job to do in terms of them getting top 4. Obviously, added with the English teams helping in the Champions League this season as well, in terms of getting the 5th place Champions League positions as well, which is massive. And the coefficient rankings as well. But yeah, Reds, like, absolute utter dog defensively today. Both teams were. Both teams have created over 50 shots within a game of football. That's ridiculous. At least it wasn't a ball draw and a team won on like penalties, like yeah, defending was an absolute utter shambles from both teams. Can I pick a positive? I can. As I said, reality check for Liverpool. In terms of going through the players as well, I think we've mentioned Gakpo. Probably one of the worst performances I've seen from a Liverpool attacking player in a very long time. Endo, McAllister, they were absolutely dead on the feet. The main thing is we've got to keep them two protected, Reds. Like, McAllister's absolutely fundamental to the way in which Liverpool want to play and need to play. Keeping Endo fit as well. Szoboszlai done well, but he's just come back from an injury as well. Diaz, need to actually start resting Diaz, because my man's been playing every single minute of every single game. He's been going into extra time in the League Cup final as well. Núñez, main thing is I'm hoping Núñez's confidence hasn't absolutely been destroyed today. But the main thing is we get behind Núñez. Yeah, he'll learn from today as well, like a lot of those players will. Like, yeah. Van Dijk, Quansah, it's all a learning curve for the players, but by Lord, you do learn a lot as young players as well. It could have been easy, like absolutely going effing and jeffing and being disappointed, of course. Watching a game was effing and jeffing. Thankfully, I wasn't streaming. Disappointed, like we all are. But you just got to congratulate United. Them going into, obviously, the semi-final. Big opportunity for Coventry as well, chat. I tell you, congratulations to Coventry as well. It was very similar to what we've seen with Wolves. A couple, was it yesterday or the day before, with Wolves in the FA Cup? Wolves had that game won at 2-1. But as is football, the overcommitting from Wolves, the overcommitting from Liverpool today. Small margins in football do punish you. And hopefully today, Liverpool have learned a very valuable lesson in terms of just seeing out games and from a tactical sense as well. We've got João Quansah, 20 years old, as well. Yeah, learned a lot today, and those young players, and even Bobby Clark coming on as well, chat. Even though it was like a little cameo, but he would have learned so much as well. Harvey Elliott, our diamonds. Would have loved it. Would have absolutely loved it. I was buzzed when he scored. But yeah, he's done it. All of the lads got to be instrumental. Big 10 games left in the league. Priority is the league. Numero uno is the Premier League as well, chat. I know we can speak about the Europa League as well. And I've been guilty of it. Oh, we're getting to the final. We're going to be playing Leverkusen. Sod that. We've got to get past Atalanta as well. And like today is a massive reminder for those players. Yeah. Big up there, Ray. In the league fixture, Liverpool will make a statement after this embarrassing performance. In my opinion, will have the last laugh. Hopefully, Ray. Big up there, mate. Big up there, Dean, as well. Yes, it's a little bit of a reality check for these Liverpool players and us as fan bases as well. Like one game at a time. Game of the season, lads. It edges Coventry. Yeah. Tell you what, Niall, big up there, Niall. Yeah, what a game that was, and what a game we've had today. Sadly, Liverpool, like, by Lord, could you imagine if Liverpool won this game 4-3? But it's better than watching some of the dross that we've had over the years as well. Obviously, the result, like Sky build up these games. I know it was on, obviously, ITV today. But, like, the United games, like, get built up massively. But by Lord, this game didn't disappoint. There was a lot of goals, a lot of shite defending anyway, from both teams. But it is what it is. That's football, small margins. But hopefully Liverpool in the league. And that's the main thing as well. Priority, I think obviously the priority should be the Premier League this season as well, Reds. It's going to be a one hard slog. Can Liverpool do it? Of course we can. But today was a massive reality check for the fan base, for the players as well. We've got very talented footballers today. But when you've got certain players within your squad doing absolutely shocking decisions, but sometimes even the very, very, very best in footballers in world football make poor decisions. By Lord, look at 05. AC Milan were 3-0 up in that game. Like that team for AC Milan was an absolute utter joke. We should never have won that Champions League, but we did. And that's football. That's the beauty of it as well. If you had to pick a man in a match, for Liverpool, one positive player, one of the best players today, probably would have been the impact. Yeah, the impact from Elliott to come on. What was looked like the winner, but it wasn't to be. I think that just goes to show the importance, hopefully. And I know everyone would go, Elliott losing. It wasn't just Elliott losing the ball on the counter attack. That was just an overcommitting and poor defending. And we need to learn to just, if we've got counter attacks in the league, go through the man. Take a yellow, take a red card. If it means Liverpool winning points over the next couple of months, do it, Reds. In-game management needs to be a lot more better than it was today as well. Game today, too easy, Jack. Big up there, Dean. We overcomplicated situations. We're usually that we're usually lethal in. It happens. It's the magic of the FA Cup, and they'd rather be in our position because they're winning the FA Cup. True there, Dean. How times have changed, mate, and chat. How times have changed. You've got a long way to go, United. Very long way to go, but let them enjoy this moment, because, by Lord, we'd all be still partying into Monday night or Monday morning if we won this game today. Poor, but a lot of room to improve, a lot of learning to be done as well over the international break as well. And we know Jurgen and the lads will do us very proud, hopefully in the next couple of weeks as well. Big games, 10 Champions Leagues in the Premier League as well. But tell you what, we are in for one hell of a ride. Yeah, happy days. But Reds, as I said, massive thank you to every single one of you that has tuned in today. Congratulations, United, who had a couple of young players as well. Obviously, I did shout out their young lads. What's his name? Mainu, very highly talented. One to keep an eye on. Obviously, the main thing for United is to keep hold of him go in the week going forward. But Liverpool have got a lot of confidence, a lot of youngsters coming through as well that we can be very proud of, as we were a couple of weeks ago when they helped us win the League Cup. But a lot of positives, a lot of negatives come away from today's game. But the one thing is, we just got to be relaxed. Be relaxed in the next couple of weeks. Be confident. Back our lads, even if they make mistakes. Yeah. Chin up, Reds. And we'll go into, obviously, the Premier League. The big games in the Premier League and obviously in Europe as well against Atalanta. But you'd much rather, and we're very blessed by Lord, go back 20 years and where were Liverpool? We weren't certainly in semis. Well, we weren't in quarters of the FA Cups, and obviously we might have had the odd good seasons and leagues and FA Cups, but we've come a very long way under Jurgen Klopp, and we will come a very long way under the new manager come the end of May. It's going to be one hell of a ride, Reds. And we had numerous counter-attacking opportunities, of course we did. But, buckle in, Reds, because it's going to be one absolutely mad end to the finish as well. We go again. Bring on the likes of Brighton and that in the league as well. But, Reds, relax. We've got Jurgen Klopp at the helm for a couple more months anyway. And it's an exciting time to be a Liverpool fan as well. Like, I tell you what, it was only me recently and all of us speaking after the League Cup. The future is bright for Liverpool. And certainly there'll be a lot more semi-final opportunities in numerous competitions for Liverpool in the seasons to come as well. I'm pretty sure we'll be in a lot more Champions League semi-finals and finals in a couple of seasons as well. So enjoy the ride, Reds. Disappointing today, couldn't get the results. I'm sorry, I'm absolutely fuming. I'm furious. But what we've learned under Jurgen Klopp with these Liverpool players is that we come again. We learn from overcoming adversity as well, and we get even stronger. That's the main thing. It's all about keeping it at the back end of the season and learning, and then going again next season. We'll remember this result going into next season. We're playing United in the FA Cup or the League Cup. That just gives you, as we've said in today's episode chat, more added fuel, more motivation to go to Old Trafford in the Premier League. Will it be easy? No, it won't. Like, regardless of if it's United's team under Fergie when they were winning league titles, or United's team today under Ten Hag, it's never easy. Football and winning titles, whatever it is, the FA Cup, the League Cup, the Champions League, the Europa League, whatever trophy it is, it's never easy. We just got to keep on grinding, keep on getting those putting better performances than we did today as well. But if you are watching on the repeat, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button down below as well, Reds. If any United fans, do let us know your thoughts. Obviously, please be respectful. And I say to both fan bases as well, it's a game of football at the end of the day. Respect one another. Joke about the trophies that we've won over the past 30 or 40. The two biggest teams in English football. Don't let anyone else say that. Both teams are on our top of our pitch and no one comes close. Not even Manchester City. But yeah. Reds, big games come quick and fast. But yeah, try and enjoy the rest of your Sunday if you can.